That's still steep. I wish I had this team missed in the playoffs.
Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk.
And hockey.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, everyone. We are getting into the Eastern Conference today after we did the West last week, and this is the last episode before the regular season gets underway.
So goddamn excited.
Oh, I know. I'm so happy about it. Preseason hockey is nobody's favorite time of the year.
Prospects, maybe.
Yeah, yes. That's very true. If you're trying to get yourself into a lineup, it's a lot of fun right now. And I mean, hey, if you're a baseball fan, it's a lot of fun right now. Shout out the Tigers. Let's go.
Shout out the Cubs.
Shout out the Cubs. Shout out the Tigers. Yeah.
You won't catch me watching it. Won't catch me anywhere near it. You won't catch me watching it.
Yeah, that's a good response to whoever that was on ESPN.
Thank you.
I don't know
Thank
who that
you.
was.
I
That
thought it'd
said
be a nice tie-in.
they will not be watching opening night. I was like, word. All right.
Fire. And they were talking about the Hawks game, so I mean, like, it's kind of fair, but also like,
Yeah.
come on, man. It's like your job to glaze the sports that you cover. Like, I saw TSN the other day had the Air Guitar Championships on
Hell yeah.
on my Samsung TV.
Hell yeah.
What the hell is that?
That's insane.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the East today. We got two divisions to go through. Obviously, we're going to start in the Metro and kick it off with the Carolina Hurricanes.
I like this team. I hate that I like this team.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think there's a lot here, like, to really talk about. Like, they've been one of the best teams in hockey. They're still one of the best teams in hockey. They added Nikolai Ehlers. They're sick. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty goddamn sick. Do you want to just go straight through records? Because, I mean, like, Ehlers was my only point. Like, Ehlers, Jarvis, hello.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't lose anything on the back end,
No.
and you still have one of the best defensemen in Slavin.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
It's the
pretty
most...
unanimous first in the Metro across all of us, yeah.
Yeah, I spent like no time thinking about him.
Yeah, 100%. I got him at 114 points, Charlie.
I got him at 106.
108, good for first in the East.
First in the East.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I actually think I will have them first in the East as well because I'm going to put some disrespect on the Atlantic later, but we'll get to that. So let's move on to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, Blue Jackets are kind of an interesting team to me because they showed some real growth last year, going through some tragedy while they did it. I think they showed some legitimate, like, material improvements as a play driving team. But is this team really all that good? Are they going to get better? Are they going to get worse? What do you think?
I think they're going to be the same. They're just not going to have the same, like, camaraderie kind of pull together, make it work mentality, you know? Like, I
yeah.
think last year was a mix of a lot of things, as well as just as tragic as it was, it's also a battery in your back. It's corkboard material
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
Does the same group of guys have it in them to do the same thing again? I don't think so. I don't buy it.
That's fair. What do you got him at?
I got him 7th at 72 points.
Wow. Yeah. I think this is a good team in all seriousness. Not a really good team, but like they have some legit young top end talent. Like Adam Fantilli is legit. Kent Johnson is legit. Marchenko's legit. Sean Monahan and Boone Jenner, Charlie Coyle. I mean, like, that's a lot of just like big and pretty good down the middle. You know what I mean? And I don't mind their D group as well. And they've got Zach Borensky on their team. I think they're good, but I don't think they're good enough. I believe I got them at 5th. 94 points. So I mean, it's a high miss. Like they're gonna win a lot of games, but I do have them missing. Jay, what do you got?
I got him in 5th place as well. Only at 88 points. I think there'll be like internal development, but ultimately like they didn't do anything to improve like I think this defense is still really bad. And they still have a really tough goalie tandem.
Yeah, that is true.
So I think the same things that flawed them last year still persist.
Right.
But I agree with what you said. Like they got some real good forwards here.
I think if anything, their goalie tandem's worse than it was last year because they dealt away Tarasov too. They sent him off to Florida. Now they just have Jack Graves back there.
Yeah, Jack. He
What-
had like
Who's their
some super Linsanity run last year.
Yeah, he definitely had a Linsanity run.
Is he like confirmed their backup this year? Or did they sign someone else in the offseason? Could you look really quick?
It just shows the two, Greaves
Yeah.
and
Okay, yeah.
Mers.
I mean,
Mers.
I don't think that Merzlikins is going to have a bounce back. This
Nope.
team hates him. The GM hates him. Like,
Yeah.
how do you inspire that?
Mm-mm.
The goalie's the dude you need inspired. Next.
Facts.
They really just like the Red Wings with more flash.
That's a good take. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I mean, there's just a lot of young dudes on that team too that are.
That's true.
It's a lot to put 94 points in. I think that's bold, but if it hits, then I'm really gonna tip my cap to you there.
That's fair. Let's move on to the team you're rocking today.
Let's go, baby.
You got the Taylor Hall jersey on. You got the New Jersey Devils mug,
I do.
which means, of course, we're talking about the New Jersey Devils. Another really interesting team to me. You know, you get Jack Hughes back, who missed a good chunk of last season. They didn't really do all that much in the offseason. Look, you want to talk about Linsanity runs? You know who had a Linsanity run for the Canucks fandom? Juho Lammikko in the Bruce There It Is era. I love Juho Lammikko. I will love Juho Lammikko forever. Happy to see him on a fourth line somewhere.
I'm so unfamiliar with this game, but you know what? If he's got your stamp, then
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
I'm a ride it out. This Gritsyuk guy,
Yeah.
fan favorite already.
Really?
Yeah, he's been posting on Telegram throughout the whole preseason. Just posting like 3 updates a day. Like he'll just
On
post.
Telegram?
Yeah, of all
That's
apps.
Gas.
Yeah, he just like posts these long rants about like whatever's going on in his day. No point to him,
All right,
and then just signs
Arseni.
off. Just bye guys, thanks, toodles.
Overall, I mean, okay, look. Flat out, I just like this team. I like the decor. They're big. They've got some good players there. Obviously, you know, you're looking for another step from Luke Hughes, who just signed a big contract, which we'll get to. But they've got play drivers on defense. They've got big bodies on defense. They've got play drivers and big bodies in the forward group. Lots of talent in the top 6. They've got one of the better goaltending duos in the East in Markstrom and Jake Allen. Like, I know the hype has really died down on the New Jersey Devils, but I really like this team.
It's expected to come from me, but I really like this team. This is
Yeah.
one of the teams I'm the most confident in.
I mean, I
Coming
watched
up.
you spend a lot of years hating on them, so I mean, I don't take it for nothing when you also say you like them.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a player in this lineup that I really have an issue with, and the only player I did have an issue with, they sent him out today. Curtis
Oh.
McDermott, thank you for
Oh, he
nothing.
gone.
Get out. Coming back in, Zach McEwen from the Ottawa Senators.
Also, I like Zach McEwen too.
I do too.
I got time for Zach McEwen.
Me too. He produces, but he's just a big-bodied play driver.
I don't think he drives play even a little bit, but
Well,
he mucks it up out there.
that's my point. He's the force. Like you can just chuck him onto any third, fourth line and expect him just to be a bull in a china shop. It's what the Devils need. They're so damn delicate.
Yeah.
If anything,
100%.
last year watching him get thrown around, they needed some size and attitude. They added it.
And that's the thing, right? He's one of those guys where he doesn't need a coach. Like, he doesn't need a Sheldon Keefe to see something go down and go, hey, get out there and get after that guy. Like, he's just got it in him. Like, he's gonna muck it up out there.
Absolutely. And he knows when to not jump at it too.
Yeah.
That was always my biggest issue with Curtis McDermott was he was just like always ready to go. And
Sure.
it's like, dude, like stop.
Dude, Zach McEwen was hucking him in preseason like 2 days ago.
Big dog.
Big dog.
Devils saw that and we're like, give us more. Give us
Get him.
82 games of it.
Get him here. Jay, you got any thoughts on the New Jersey Devils?
Even though I'm only separated by a point and 4 points, I'm actually not nearly as high on them as you guys are.
Rude.
I think that stability will get them to the playoffs. Like you said, like that goalie tandem, definitely just one of the most like comforting tandems in the league.
Yeah.
That's big. I think their whole defensive core is really solid aside from Nemec for the moment.
Sure.
Everyone's sturdy there. And there's just natural regression, like hopefully a healthy Hughes season.
Yeah.
and whatnot. I don't know. Some of these forwards are kind of stinky to me though, and I think it's just a hockey team that's going to win games. I don't think it's going to be the most exciting team, but they'll make it to the playoffs for sure.
Yeah.
I got them third in the Metro at 98 points.
All right. I got him at second. Yeah, separated by just the singular points. I got him at 99. Good for second.
I got him at second with 102. So
I will say, first of all, I do really. I would like to bring this to the show now because we didn't talk about it last season. But I do legitimately have beef with Jesper Bratt, and this is purely based off of fantasy hockey. So I'd like to preface it with that. I don't know the person, but man, I had 4 Jesper Bratt games in the finals of my fantasy hockey league last year.
Donuts
Across the and you know what, Jay? You don't even get to pipe up about this, bro, because you're the guy
Yes, I
that
do.
beat me.
I get to pipe up more than anyone.
No. And that it hurt me, and I don't know that I'll ever forgive him. But I just like to put that out there.
Jay, you got to the finals because Jack Eichel rung the bar in overtime instead of doshing one in, all while your goalie pulled out a shutout. What was it? Shutout overtime win?
I mean, it was a 1-point separation, right?
Yeah, and
Which
that's
means that,
that's
like-
a 7-point swing right there.
Literally, though, like anything could have happened differently.
Yeah, literally anything could have happened on my team, and
Like
you would
one-
have been gone. You had the perfect storm of voodoo, dark magic, evil just storming around.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day. I don't even know why this is like the notion.
What?
Like, because I was equally as unlucky for the first 6 days. I mean, if you just match up the teams by team, like I had to have scored like 1,000 more points than you on the year.
That is factual.
Like
In all fairness, that is factual.
I was mad all week. Like my team was underperforming all week, and they pulled some devil magic out at the end.
Yeah, Jay.
But you gotta be good to be lucky.
Nah,
You gotta be lucky to be good.
I'm not copping
bro,
that.
Nah, you do. I
3 in a row.
know you do rituals. Like you can't lie.
You're hiring some Etsy witches, dog. Don't lie
Yeah,
to me.
I
Don't
see
front.
it. You come to work smelling like burnt candles, brother. All right, let's leave fantasy hockey behind here. But Luke Hughes, he signed the big new deal, and I did have something I kind of wanted to say about this. I know we talked about it a little bit off the air already.
Yeah.
I really think the comments around this Luke Hughes deal were just so shocking to me, and they weren't that shocking, but like I look in the Instagram comments and I see people talking on Reddit and wherever you are, and it's just people like, oh, how is he worth this much, blah blah blah. We have people in our group chat, you know who you are, saying the Devils slamming their window shut, and all I could think was, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Do you know that meme? There's that meme that are like, it's like British food, and it's like the British still eat like the Germans are flying overhead.
Yeah.
That is hockey fans. Hockey fans currently are the British. Player contracts are their cuisine. And a flat salary cap are the Germans. Like, they're just like, no, the flat cap is gonna, the player can't get paid too much. It's over. Get over it. Player contracts are going up everywhere.
Have you seen the valuations across the league? We're talking billions across the board now. Like,
Luke Hughes was a 22-year-old defender last year that put up 45 points.
yeah.
The only other sub-23-year-old defender in that category was Jake Sanderson. Luke Hughes stats.
Yeah, okay, so I did some deep dives on this Luke Hughes thing because, like, from my eye test and from a lot of people's, there's been a lot of questionable giveaways. However, you always see the bad things more than you see the good things. So, I wanted to dive into his full workload. I said, let's get into it. Last year, and this is with a player pool of about 206 players, the minimum requirement for stats was 600 minutes played. Let's get into it. Expected goals on this list, 33rd. Assists, 19th. Points, 21st. Expected points per 60, 23rd. Primary assists, 11th. Secondary assists, 29th. Defensive numbers, 29th in takeaways, 57th most giveaways. That's still not that bad considering how much ice time he has compared to a lot of the other weighted field. And defensive zone giveaways, 74th, which is even better. Like in these defensive zone numbers, you want these numbers to be like lower for reference for people not keeping up. So 74th, pretty damn good, especially considering he played like 1,700 minutes last year.
Yeah.
So moving into that, this was all while having he was 34th in percent of starts in the offensive zone. So he's producing, and he's not even in the top 32 guys or first overall defenseman across every team that's getting offensive starts. Second, his share of possible ice time is 71st, which only goes to show that his efficiency is just that much more key. So if you move him to a higher line, you would have to expect these numbers will continue on, and there's absolutely no reason that you would want to take him away. Keep in mind, the only thing that I will say that was hampering, like you could argue he's in the 89th percentile of weighted average across all categories once you get there. However, his only glaring issue is that he's very sheltered defensively.
Right.
But what defenseman at 22 didn't have some leaks?
That's exactly my point. Like when I look at all of those numbers you have laid out here, I'm looking at okay, here's a player who's not being deployed like a number one defenseman. However, every single one of these metrics has him as a number one defenseman statistically, except for expected goals at 33rd, which still puts him as a top pair contributor, if not a number one contributor.
And he's right outside of like
And
the
he's
32,
right
which is
outside.
the number for cutoff.
Yeah, so like one of the more elite top pairing contributors. So, I mean, I see that, and yeah, I just think this is a 22-year-old defenseman. I don't think people really, like, take note of the fact that it almost always takes defensemen quite a bit longer to break into the league. And there's just very, very few defensemen under 24 years old with major assignments.
100%. There's even fewer defensemen who are even, you could expand it across all ages, that are putting up these kind of points.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Like, I want to be clear, too. The drop-off from, like, 11th to 33rd or 34th, it's quite substantial across all categories, goals, assists, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll also, this was a fun one, Luke Hughes, one of the only defensemen to actually perform under their goals expected who is in the top weighted categories. Almost everyone ahead of him in these specific categories, the first four, were actually scoring above their expected ratio.
There you go.
He was actually negative 1.1 on the year.
There you go.
So,
I mean, Luke Hughes is already a guy who's an elite offensive defenseman. You gotta assume at 22, assuming the Devils haven't just botched it, but like I don't think they have. This guy's too talented. We've watched his brothers. We've watched him. He's gonna be just fine, and $9 million is gonna be a legit steal, like immediately. I seriously just couldn't believe it. As the first thing when I woke up and I saw that, my first thought was like, damn, way to go, New Jersey. And then I just saw like World War III happening in the comments, and I was like, what the hell? What is wrong with y'all?
I had a brief moment of panic for about 1 minute, and then I remembered it's not 2015, and there's so much more cap to go around. It didn't matter.
It's so ridiculous. We'll move off the Devils here. I mean, we can't spend forever on the Devils here, but like, I want the listeners of our show to take something away from it sometimes. It's nice to have y'all here listening to us have a good time and chat and all that, and that's great. I really appreciate that. But if you want to take something from the show to bring to your friend group, your group chat, your coworkers, you know, to get involved with get closer with your dad, you know, get involved in a conversation. This is one of the things I want you to take away from listening to Stick Talk. Stop pretending like it's 2019. Or sorry, 2020 actually. When the cap flattened, that's when we really got here. That era is over. Take a deep breath and be excited when your team signs good players. Like, that's the thing, right? Same with the Kaprizov thing. Wild fans were mad about it, about how much money got. Fans around the league, Jonesy was talking about this, how lame it is that fans get all negative about a player signing for a bunch of money. And it's like, just...
Yeah, it's like people like in the comments like, congratulations, you'll never win a cup now.
That's crazy.
And it's just like... I mean, I'm not even thinking on like a strategic level.
Sure.
Like, I was just saying to you, like, I think hockey fans are so disconnected from reality. Like, there's hockey fans. Like, if he signed for like 12.5
in Minnesota.
Yeah. Hockey fans would be like happy with him.
Right.
But they really expect him to like leave like 20 million off the table.
Right.
Just to like appease that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It angered me.
No, I totally get that. I think there's like this, Crosby's the one, right? Where it's like he took the discounts.
Yep.
But people also forget what contracts were like. When Crosby signed for $8.7 million, wasn't that like a 13-year deal or something?
I don't remember.
Can we pull that contract up? Because that's different, right? When the max contract is 8 years, you got to get your bag.
No, 100%. You aren't going to be signing out those long-term cash deals. Like, you want to be getting the money while the money's good. And more so, you want to be able to negotiate your contract while you're still in your prime.
Yeah, 100%.
You want to be able to go and run to the bank twice, 3 times.
Yeah, he said a 12-year deal in 2012. That's wild. It is actually crazy that number's never gone up for him. God bless to the kid.
But I mean, like, yeah. And the issue with hockey fans is like they're just such bootlickers for billionaires. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, y'all sound stupid. Y'all sound really dumb being like, oh, this guy that he's a billionaire. He has millions and millions and billions to his name, but he can't afford to pay the guy. Like, he can't afford to pay his employees. What? A fair wage, huh? That's crazy. These guys are the ones that are making them the money. What was it you said? Like, LeBron made like what, 27 million when he went to the Cavs, and now they're worth like friggin' $4 billion.
I really tried to find some hard numbers on this, but like the estimate I found was that like when LeBron, the year before he returned to the Cavs, they were worth like 130 million or something. And you fast forward that to now, and they're worth like $4 billion. And it's like, all right, well, why are they valued so much more? Oh, probably because of the rings and the cultural impact that was made by LeBron's return. You're going to tell me $23 million he was overpaid? Give me a break.
Yeah, when he contributed billions.
Couple of billies.
Like, pay that man. What does it matter? And also, like, it's not your money. Shut up. Shut up.
But
why are you pocket watching? You sound broke and dusty and gross. Grow up. Like, ew.
Yeah, that's facts. That's factual.
It's just musky behavior. Like, I don't understand why you have to get so uptight about it. Like dudes are making millions, but like they also sacrifice their whole lives to be able to get to this place where they can make millions.
Yeah, facts.
Oh,
For 12 years.
Yeah. If they're lucky, and if they don't get their
lucky.
bell absolutely wrung out and leave early. And beyond that, like, the whole like, oh, doctors should be making more. Okay. Go and turn that into a spectator sport then. Start selling seats. Grey's Anatomy does well. How about just spike some of that back to them?
All right, well, here's my kind of counterpoint to that, and we don't have to really get into that too much, but like when we're talking about professional athletes making millions of dollars, right? It's 0.0001%. Now, the top 5% of doctors in North America, far larger percent than pro athletes, right? 5% rather than 0. whatever percent, have net worths over $5 million. The most elite doctors are also millionaires. Here's the thing. If you're that elite at whatever it is that you do, you're going to get some M's in your account. Relax.
It happens. Happens.
All right, let's get out of this.
Yeah.
This has been fun though.
It was.
Yeah.
I've been like on this hill forever, and I'm so glad we finally just like had a place to say it because I've hated the flat cap BS for so long. It was introduced by a bunch of people that didn't want to pay stars what they were worth.
Well, and I mean, look, it wasn't a problem per se. Well, like if we're talking about the salary cap, the hard cap as an entirety.
It
That's one
was
thing.
useful at one point, but like at a certain point, it just became something to cling on to suppress paying your employees.
Correct. I mean, over the last 15 years or so, I saw another statistic on this. We've had 11 different Stanley Cup champions. We've had 10 different NBA champions. NBA doesn't have a hard cap. You're telling me that's way more parity?
Give me a break.
Nope. Can't
Not
can't
buying
convince
it.
me. Nope.
Anyways,
Okay, yeah, no, that hell yeah though.
New York Islanders.
Let's get out of this and talk about the Islanders.
Ew.
Now, yeah,
Ew.
yeah. I mean, what do we think about the New York Islanders? I mean, this team. They shipped out Noah Dobson. They got some big. They had a big draft, and that's a franchise changing draft if some guys hit. They get Matthew Schaefer. They get a couple picks in the teens. I think they got Eklund and Aitchison. Is that right?
Big body.
Big body and Eklund, who had fallen quite a bit. There's a lot of upside there. I mean, that's great for them. But is this team on the ice going to be any good? Nah, I don't know.
I mean, Schaefer has some real promise. I've seen some really great defensive work from him in the preseason. I've seen a lot of great back-checking work from him. But just like I said with any other player on any other, he's not Jesus.
No, and he's an 18-year-old defenseman in the National Hockey League. I mean, we were just talking about Luke Hughes, how long it takes defensemen to figure it out. I mean, I have a very, very hard time, no matter how good he is, thinking that Matthew Schaefer is going to be an impact NHL player in his first year.
No, and even if he is, he's not going to be impactful enough to really change the trajectory of this musky, dusty, yucky team.
Yeah.
It's the same Islanders team that they roll out every year in front of us, and it's the same Islanders team we see struggling for a playoff spot in Game 70. So,
yeah. I think this team's bad, like genuinely bad. And it's a shame because I love my boy Bo Horvat. I really wish he was still a Vancouver Canuck. However, it is what it is. Barzal and Horvat are not enough to save this team. Sorokin could give them a lot more points than I have them at here, but he's been a little up and down for me lately too. So I got him in 7th in the Metro, and I got him at 75 points.
I have him at 89 points and 5th, and it's actually a flip of your record. You got him at 32 and 39. I got him at 39 and 32. Kind of interesting.
Right. That is interesting. Jay, how do you feel about the New York Islanders?
I really don't even want to talk about him.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
I got him at 7th,
Perfect.
78 points.
Whack.
I think their only hope is Sorokin
Mm-hmm.
being godlike. That's it.
Valid. All right, then let's get into the New York Rangers. Then we won't hang out on them any longer. New York Rangers recently named JT Miller their new captain. Quite the
Weird.
decision that one was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
And look, this team I have high expectations for. As much as JT Miller, I think in the long run that's a very questionable choice, but one that makes sense from an organization that named Jacob Trouba their last captain.
It's a bar.
Though.
Yeah, for real.
But the thing about JT Miller that I've seen year over year as a Canucks fan is he tends to go up and down. He tends to be kind of one of those players like a Riley Smith, if you will, that has like a really good year then a really bad year. And so
Riley Smith watch.
Riley Smith watch back in action. But JT Miller, I think he's gonna have a good year. He gets the C. He's gonna be fired up. They get Mike Sullivan. That's big. They get that terrorist out of office that was in there before. I can't even remember his name right now. Who was that?
Laviolette.
Get him out of here. Mike Sullivan's a legitimate big upgrade over Laviolette. And then, look, you get a full season with JT Miller. I like Will Cooley a lot. They still got, a right D group, and they've got Igor Shesterkin. Like, I think they're gonna be good if they can just keep their heads together.
Yeah, I I don't know. I don't really respect their D group too much, but I do think that they have a lot of firepower on their like top 3 lines. Like I'm really not concerned about the Rangers. I think they're going to be great. I'm really excited to see what Miller looks like playing next to Coyle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trocheck, Panarin, Lafreniere, they're going to be great again. It's probably the best second line in all of hockey right now.
Yeah,
actually,
it might be.
that's hard to top.
Their bottom six is kind of bunk though.
It's kind of stinky. I mean, like Carrick, Rempe. I don't know. Parsonen's had a hard time maintaining anywhere, so I find it kind of hard to believe he's on their third line. But hey, you know what?
Preseason lines.
Yeah, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'd like to see it.
Jay, you got any feelings on the Rangers?
I've flip flopped
Mm.
several times in the last couple weeks. I got them as a playoff team.
Rangers they've been keeping you up at night, huh?
Nah, I wouldn't say all that. But see, one thing about Mike Sullivan is Mike Sullivan is not good at playing young guys. Like it's been rough in Pittsburgh for years, and I know
I'm gonna beef with that after, but you get this off.
I fully expect him to play these young guys in these bottom six roles.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that that's gonna like mesh. I don't think that's gonna work out. Like I don't think playing Brett Berard or like I think they're missing a guy. I can't remember his name, but they don't got him in the lines here. I just think they're asking young guys to play like bottom six hockey.
Right.
And I don't like that.
Right.
And I actually don't really buy their top end talent to like be consistent night in and night out.
That's fair.
Like we've blamed Laviolette for last year, but like they were so just terrible.
Yeah, they were.
Like actually night in and night out.
It's not entirely on a coach.
And you know, this bottom four on defense, it's pretty bad.
Stinky.
It's pretty bad.
I don't know. I got a lot of time for Will Borgen.
Really?
I don't.
I do.
I'm
I
not
also
buying
got a decent amount of time for Carson Soucy and Braden Schneider. I don't really have any problem with that as a bottom four.
it. I do, but
I see this team as like just super inconsistent game in and game out.
Yeah.
But I think they'll win more than they won't.
Yeah.
So I got them as a wild card team.
Looks like we all do.
Wild card 1 at 95 points for me.
I got him at 95 as well, but I got him in wild card 2.
I got him at 91 wild card 2.
One thing I would like to say though, Jonesy, you said
or 5th, sorry.
Mike Sullivan doesn't like to play young guys. And my only like beef I'd like to uptake with that is, do you know who else doesn't like to play young guys? Every single coach in the NHL.
Yeah, you know, I don't even want to talk about it.
All right. Word. That's cool. That's cool. We don't.
I
we
don't
have to
even like
linger.
this doesn't even have to be in the pod.
Yeah.
But like one thing I always had beef with was how like we won our cups
Yeah.
with like rookie Brian Rust,
Right.
rookie Jake Gensel,
You're rocking the Brian Rust jersey right now.
facts, playing on that top line. Connor Sheary playing on the top line.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike Sullivan just never returned to that.
That's
like there was,
understandable.
you know, like surely there's not like really good talent to be like brought up.
Right.
But still, like I never saw like I don't know. He just never went back to that.
That's understandable. I do see that. All right, let's move on to the Philadelphia Flyers. This is another team that I actually find quite interesting. I actually said to Jonesy a couple weeks ago that I think this is one of the most interesting teams to me this year. Not because I think they have like a ton of like floor or ceiling, but I'm just interested in watching a team that was run by John Tortorella forever, which good grief. Get a coach that I have a lot of respect for in Rick Tocchet. They get a really interesting reclamation project in Trevor Zegras. They get another year older on Matvei Michkov. Like, I do think the floor has raised for Philly, and I'm interested in seeing how the team looks.
I got a lot of time for Christian Dvorak.
Me too. Yes.
On the 4th line, get out of town. That's a steal.
Sure.
That's incredible. Love him.
I mean, they paid him a lot to play on the fourth line, but hey, that's what it is in the new NHL, baby.
It's steep. I mean, you might move them up to the third. I don't know. I like this team, but I just don't have faith in them. I just feel like they're a team that's never been able to get on the same page, and I think it takes more than a year with like even a good coach like Tocchet to really whip them into shape. And he's a hard-nosed coach. Some of these guys have hard times with hard-nosed coaches already. We know that. We've seen it. The track record shows.
Yeah, but he's definitely much more of a player's coach compared to like a guy like Tortorella.
Totally. And you really hope that brings out some of the top-end talent that's been somewhat deteriorating, you know, out of like a Jamie Drysdale or a Trevor Zegras, for example.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. This is a team that didn't move me before. It's a team that doesn't necessarily move me anymore now, even with all their changes. So I still got them at like 70 points and 8th in the Metro.
Yeah.
And the 8th isn't so much like a slight on like how much I don't like the Flyers or don't think that they're going to be that great. It's just that I think the Metro is really, really good. And in comparison, they're going to fall super short.
That's very fair. I got them at 83 points. I think their floor is going to be raised with a Rick Tocchet there. And it just comes down to, are they going to get any saves? And the answer to that's probably not. But I think that they're going to be a mid team now. Good for you. You made it. I got him at 83 points. That's good for, I think, 5th, maybe 6th.
I'm pretty much everything you just said. I pretty much agree with.
6th.
I got him in 6th, 80 points.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't mind this forward group. Like, there's not even a single player here that I'm like, ugh. I don't know who this guy is. But aside from that,
I also don't know Nikita Gribenkin, but shout out to you, bro.
I got him at 6. I actually thought Philly was like fairly competitive last year, just in a sense of like, I actually felt like Philly was in a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like they weren't just like a walk in the park already. So 80 points might be kind of low for me. But like Trill said, like this could still be like the worst goaltending team in the league. So.
Yes, it could for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I do feel bad about the 70 points. I will say that. Like but I just couldn't justify anything else. I couldn't.
Sure. All right, Mr. Brian Russ Jersey, how you feel about the Pittsburgh Penguins?
Not good, but I'm just looking forward to some trades, honestly.
Yeah. Those are dark days, brother. I remember them.
I'm praying for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the twilight years of Crosby's career. Enjoy it while it's here. But yeah, I mean, even like I just did my first fantasy draft of the year today, and like Crosby went off the board, and I was thinking to myself, like, is there a single other Pittsburgh Penguin that would be like relevant to anyone's fantasy hockey team this year?
Raquel?
No, I'm good.
I think that's a bad take.
Which one?
I think Ricardo Raquel is very draftable.
I know Ricardo Raquel is certainly draftable. I'm mostly beefing here, but
although honestly, maybe he could get traded. We'll see.
It's possible. That'd be good for him. This team is going to be bad. It's just that simple. I think the fans want them to be bad. Like
that D group is crazy.
Parker Wotherspoon, top pairing defenseman with Erik Karlsson, Matt Dumba, Harrison Brunicky.
My guy.
There's some excitement there. I'd be watching for him if I was, a Penguins fan. But honestly, like every single Pittsburgh Penguins game that I turn on this year, there is one person and one person only I'll be watching, and it's Sidney Crosby, to just be like, oh man, what a guy, And that's the only reason to watch a Pittsburgh Penguins game. And Jay, for your sake, I hope you get Gavin McKenna. I got this team in 8th.
I actually hope for your sake you do too. I'd love to see Gavin McKenna in a Penguins uniform.
Appreciate that, y'all.
But I got you in 6th with 81 points. So
yeah, I got you in 8th with 70.
I got him at 73 points. It's scary because, like I said, like trades could happen. Like this team could get worse than somehow it looks right now.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Philip Hollander, top 6 incoming.
I mean, like, I think you have to kind of come to grips with the fact this team's going to get much, much, much worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I also don't have them in 8th either, because I just don't think that, like, until Crosby and Malkin retire, that ownership is really going to let them get that bad. Like, I think they're just going to keep cobbling together nonsensical BS pieces that kind of keep the lights on. Like, sure, they'll be flickering all the time,
I
but
don't
like,
think so.
the power's working.
They haven't. Kyle Dubas hasn't been on that at all.
No, he hasn't bought a player in forever.
But I just don't think that Crosby's sticking around if they're like, you know?
I think that Crosby is battling this idea right now of accepting that it's over there, while also, knowing that he always wanted to be a Penguin for life.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a really sticky situation where you're kind of trapped either being the bad guy to a dude who you owe the world to, or you're stuck giving him another go.
That is one thing that concerns me, is that I actually don't, like, I think there's risk in trading some of these guys because of that.
Right.
Like, if you trade away, like, Crosby's best teammate or best line mate, Raquel.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this again, though. I don't think about Sidney Crosby. Like, I don't actually spend any time, like everything that y'all just said, like, I don't have any concern that Crosby's not a Penguin forever.
Yeah. That's fair. That's totally fair.
Like,
I think-
I hope they do well by him. Just, like, but I also do want to get, like, the most assets from trades.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think that, like, I think that Kyle Dubas and the Pittsburgh Penguins have successfully brainwashed Utrecht. Like, genuinely.
Maybe.
I really believe that they have been silent rebuilding while, like, not saying it and making people think, oh, we're just still being competitive for Crosby, don't worry. But, like, they're sneaky selling everything.
Like, I'm not gonna pull it up, but, like, Dubas's asset management in the last, like, 2 calendar years has been very it's been very good. It's also been very
Yeah.
like.
Very competent guy, Kyle Dubas, I think.
I mean, I'm not gonna front and like say that Pittsburgh hasn't been selling and will continue to sell. I don't think there's a world in which Crosby doesn't haul your steaming doo-doo carcass across the finish line in something better than 7th.
Right.
Like he's just too good, and your goaltending's also just not that miserable. Like I know that like there's not a lot of room for respect for Jari in this league anymore, but like he's not that bad. He's not that bad. You could find worse, and the fact of the matter is, until you get rid of him, things still aren't going to get that bad.
I actually do agree with that. Like, I think it gets worse than Tristan Jarry.
Absolutely.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna say he's even, like, a good goalie.
He's not in the top 50%. Like if I was trying for a cup, I wouldn't want him on my team. But I mean, like if I'm trying to tank, it's also he's not a goalie I'm keeping around.
I'm a chill on Jars.
All right.
I still got love.
Still got love?
Yeah.
All right, NFL fans, what's your favorite touchdown? For me, it's the next one. Because with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. From first touchdown score to anytime TD props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. And here's the best part. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. I'm out here getting my NFL parlays on, and if you're doing the same, this is where you should do it. Your team hitting pay dirt pays out to you. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in New Hampshire, Oregon, and Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
All right, well, let's move on now to a team that has been closely linked to Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins their entire careers. This is the Washington Capitals. And a completely different story from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Obviously, they did the sneaky rebuild much earlier. It really paid off for them last year. They had a lot of young talent coming up. They were electric. They won a whole lot of games. They hit gold on Jacob Chikrin, who they ended up getting re-signed. Pierre-Luc Dubois played great for them. They did have some kind of, up and downs in the goaltending department. What do you make of this team? Do you think they're taking another step? Do you think they're regressing a bit? How do you feel about it?
I like them. They don't have the juice of the Ovi chase this year.
Yeah.
And they're also not going to be a surprising team if they are good again this year. But how could you not like them? I mean, I just see young guys that are going to get better. I see, this defensive core, I really think is, a top 4 unit in the league. Just, top to bottom.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And, I'm a little bit of Ovi slander. But I remember last year, I think they were just, overusing Ovi.
Couldn't agree more, actually.
I actually think you let some of these other guys prosper, Ovi doesn't have to go as hard. I actually think that bodes well for Washington.
I think I said that on the pod last year. I really did think that they were relying way too heavily on Alex Ovechkin last year when they did not need to. And part of that was just trying to get him ice time to get that goals record. I get that. But yeah, I agree.
I got him at 100 points.
Yeah.
Second in the Metro. It's actually a pretty steep drop off from last year.
Yeah.
Still. Because ultimately, they're not actually super better than they were last year.
Mm-mm.
But still, I think this is a good team for sure.
I've got a drop off on them as well. I think that they were really riding high on that storyline for them. The OV chase to 895, and it was miraculous. But I don't think they have that juice again this year. But I think that's a good team. I think they got some young guys that are just going to get better. They've done a good job so far developing players. I have no reason to believe that they've suddenly forgotten how to do that. So I like this team. I got them at 90-something points. I got them good for third in the Metro. 97 points, good for third in the Metro.
Yeah, I got him at 93rd in the Metro. I almost entirely agree with Jay. My only thing is I don't really have time for a team that has Nick Dowd anywhere on their lines. I'm a top-tier Nick Dowd hater.
Wow, all right.
I know, deep pull.
I got a YouTube video for you.
Hit me with it.
I got you.
Love it. Yeah, I don't know. I love a lot of these guys, like McMichael, Beauvillier, Dubois. A lot of these are really crafty pieces. Like we always say, to stay good in the NHL, you have to be crafty, you have to be creative. And Washington has been creative.
Yeah.
I think they're going to eclipse the 90-point mark, and they're going to make the playoffs easily enough. Do I think they're going to be anything more than a first-round exit again? Not really. But I don't think that the fall-off is coming anytime soon. I think they have a lot of really great prospects in the tank, and I think that the young guys they have here are only going to keep getting supplemented moving forward.
Yeah.
They lost so bad to Carolina that it pretty much was a first-round exit.
Yeah.
But it was a second-round exit.
That's true. Let's get into the Atlantic, and kicking it off, we got the Boston Bruins.
Poopy.
Yeah, the Boston Bruins, they're no good. It's tough, eventually you lose enough talent. Eventually you get bad. That's really how it is. They traded away Marchand. Look, it's all over in Boston. And they got some pieces, but last year they signed some guys, and Lindholm and Zadorov, and neither of them really worked out. It's tough scenes. I got them right near the bottom. I think that's gonna be common around this room.
Not super common. Look, definitely not a good team.
No.
But I think there's some legitimate bounce back stuff that's gonna happen here. Like you got Charlie Coyle. Not whoa. Pause. Charlie McAvoy.
What?
He was injured for like most of last year. You got Hampus Lindholm coming back from injury.
Both true.
You got, Nikita Zadorov was bad.
Yeah.
He was bad as a number 1 defenseman. He's the number 3 now. I actually think that D-core entirely is pretty up there. And then
That's
at the
fair.
forwards, I mean, Pasta's just unreal.
Yeah.
Like Pasta's
that
going to
goes
give him
without
like a
saying.
2-week stretch where they're just unreal. And another thing, last year, Jeremy Swayman came into the year, didn't like practice or shit because of a contract.
Yeah.
Jeremy Swayman, I still hold as a good goalie.
I do.
He's
as well.
another big bounce back candidate. I think they'll be competitive for like 60 games.
Yeah.
And then I think the wheels fall off of it, but I got him at 84 points.
Damn.
Good for 7th.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I got him at 75 points, good for 7th, and like I won't be surprised if that's 85 points and still 7th. Like I agree with everything you just said. I really do. I just don't think there's enough ceiling there for me.
I've got him last in the Atlantic with like 71 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pasta's sick. This team sucks. This team blows.
I'm sorry.
I just don't respect him. I don't have the time for him anymore. Like I've seen them play. I'm done with it. They're old.
I just don't, I don't even know why I'm hating on the Penguins, but I just don't know how you can have the Penguins at like 10 more points when Boston is pretty much just better. Like they're kind of similar,
I do
but
agree with
Pasta
that.
is going to carry the team more than Crosby will in the year 2025, 26.
Certainly.
They got a better goalie. They got leagues better defense. I'm just saying, I think people are sleeping on the Bruins.
Look, Trill, first of all, Jay, I completely agree with you. However, Trill, don't let Jonesy take away your moment here of getting to finally revel in the downfall of the Bruins.
Yeah, I'm really proud about this moment. And like, I'll be straight up with you. A lot of these players, I just don't like. I just don't like a lot of these players. I'm a top tier Boston hater right now. Nikita Zadorov can bury his head in the sand like an ostrich and not come up for air. Good on that. Andrew Peak doesn't belong in the NHL.
See, my concern with this team is like, I actually think like they have a lot of guys that have like value still. You know what I mean? Like I just look at this team and think of it on like if they wanted to blow it up, which I don't think they should. I don't think I don't really think that like teams should full scale rebuild anymore. But like if they wanted to, like you know how many teams need players like Pavel Zacha right now? Honestly.
Well, that's kind of what my next point was going to get into, which is like, yeah, this team doesn't really look that bad on paper, but like when you really put it in context, they kind of are, because all these pieces are like last minute pieces that everyone trades for after the big name left the board. We're talking about Arvidsson being dealt. We're talking about Middlestat being dealt. Where did he go last time? The Avs? Wasn't he playing on their third line? He was dick-ass useless. Who else is there?
Tanner Jeannot.
Tanner Jeannot, another
yeah.
deadline move, who, again, was frickin' useless. Lindholm, another deadline move, who, what was he? Frickin' useless.
That's
sure.
No, that's such cap. Such cap.
He fell off so frickin' hard. You've
Elite.
hated on this man for so goddamn long. You were like, there's no way that this man is a first liner. And I still
He's
agree.
not. No, he's absolutely not. But he was electric in the playoffs for Vancouver. Doesn't mean he's a 1C, but
Okay, but either way, like these are pieces that are like cobbled together deadline moves that aren't kept around later because they again aren't that heavily sought after. So like yeah,
that's fair.
they're going to be great to sell at the deadline, but it's also not going to make them remotely better than any other team in the Atlantic. Not by a long shot.
I'd like to go to this next team then because like you think they're going to be worse than the Buffalo Sabres?
I do.
Okay.
I'm smoking that hopium. I don't know why. I don't believe in Buffalo management, but I do believe in the kids. God damn it, I believe.
There's so much young talent here, and it's such a shame because they're going to bungle it. Like they just are. It's such a shame. There's so much talent. You know, we were talking about young players in the NHL, like Zach Benson. Obviously, that's my guy. Been over this for years now. But this guy's a full-time, bona fide top 6 NHLer. And he's like 20 years old now. And like, it just doesn't matter. Like, they're just still so bad.
Even if we win, even if every man, woman, and child came down and held hands together and prayed
for us to win,
it just doesn't matter. Yeah, beautiful.
Exactly.
I don't know. I really like this team. I think they got a lot of top end talent. I got a lot of time for Tuck. I got a lot of time for Zucker. Y'all know I love Zucker. Zucker is that's like grinder legend. That man is gonna tuck you 25 and just be consistent. We love Zucker. Put him anywhere on any team, he'll be efficient. Don't care.
I like Jason. I just acquired Jason Zucker in Fantrax.
Does Josh Norris blow his shoulder out again? Let's hope not.
But he's a good player.
Yeah. I mean, we still got we got the rage, do we not?
Yep.
So there's a lot of good things to really look at here, and when you get to the back end, I mean, you still got
the back end, yeah, they got
like,
lots on defense.
Yeah, you got Owen Power, Byram, that's the name I was missing. Darlene, of course, but we all knew he's their number one guy. We don't got to mention him.
I mean, Michael Kesselring, that's a good piece right there.
I really don't hate a lot of this team, and I find it hard to believe that this much upside is going to be worse than Boston's. Boston's ceiling is this team's middle.
I hear you, but at the end of the day, 69 points, 8th. They're the Buffalo Sabres. I don't know what to tell you. They're the Buffalo Sabres.
I mean, I just pumped a whole lot of air in their tires.
Yeah.
Don't buy the stock. Because I still got them at 34, 42, and 6th for 74 points.
Yeah.
They're 7th. It's not that much better. I just like them more than Boston.
Jay, you got a feeling on the Buffalo Sabres?
I don't really have anything smart to say. I kind of just what you guys said.
Word.
I don't think this team is as bad as the Sabres' reputation.
Yeah.
I got them at 77 points. Not competitive, but maybe not as poverty as Instagram meme pages might make you think.
And shout out Jofa King on that.
All right, the Detroit Red Wings. Yeah, quite the team here. I mean, look, they got. I don't know what the prospects look like for Detroit because I know that they still do have a good crop of them. I don't know who's made the team and who hasn't just yet. If we're taking a quick look at these lines, I mean, yeah, Marco Kasper, there he is, of course. There's a lot going on here. You know, actually, Jackson was just telling me about Emmett Finney, I believe. Something about him lighting it up in preseason. So here's the thing, though.
Preseason.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. If you got a guy lighting it up in preseason and he becomes your de facto top line winger, you're in a rough place. There's just no two ways about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was in a real hopeful place when Dawson Mercer made the Devils lineup at a training camp.
Yeah.
Didn't go that well. We went fine. He's still in the NHL. He's still very useful. He's on our second line.
Yeah.
It just didn't go great the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I hate this D group. I really do. And I love Moritz Seider. Let me get that out of the way. The rest of these dudes.
I love, and this is some Fantrax bias, but I do love Simone Edvinsson.
I'm also a big Edvinsson guy. That's fair. But that's it.
You know, I wanted to buy this team, and I kind of did with 91 points.
Yeah.
But it just irks me that we still have Ben Sherratt as Moritz Seider's D partner.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's insanity.
Actually, what are we...
You know,
that's the sound of that's it though. That sums up this team.
You know who would have been good there? Phil Hronek. Would have been cool.
Yeah, it would have probably looked really great with this
Wouldn't
whole
it?
line.
Very bizarre. There's a lot of depth in this D group still. I mean, it just reminds me a lot of last year's D group or forward group. Sorry. Larkin and Raymond, yeah, they're good. They are. But I mean, they're not the elite 1-2 punch that a lot of other teams and teams within this division have. That second line of DeBrincat, Casper, and Kane. I mean, that's why I'm gonna watch this team. That's
gonna be good
a
to watch.
Fun line to watch.
As a Casper owner in Fantrax,
Yeah,
very, very excited to watch that. Yes, please.
that's gonna be a very, very fun to watch. But I don't know. There's not enough ceiling. The floor is there. Like, this team's not gonna be bad by any means. But for me, there's just not enough ceiling. I got him sitting pretty comfortably at 88 points, which is like nothing to scoff at. Like, that's competitive. They're going to be in the wild card race all year again, but that's good for fifth in the Atlantic and another year outside the playoffs. Just it's not enough to knock out any of the playoff teams.
I got some disrespect to unload here.
Yeah.
I got him at 33 and 40. It's 75 points and good for 6th. Like, I think this team's going to be, and don't get me wrong, this team's going to be really, really, really good in a few years. They still got a lot of pieces coming up. They have a lot of defensemen coming up. They got Sendin Pellikka, just to name one of many.
That guy's a baller.
Yeah, exactly. And they have a couple more. I was going through their prospect pools not that long ago, and I was like, oh, damn. Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Oh,
Yeah.
damn. You guys got, like, some real talent. I don't know. It's the NHL, and this line just, like, none of this really, really moves me as, like, elite. Sure, you got Gibson. Does he stay healthy? I don't know.
I actually think that's a good goalie tandem. I have no problem with the Gibson Cam Talbot goalie tandem. Yeah, I just don't think they have enough to like kick any of the teams that arrived ahead of schedule. You know what I mean? Like Ottawa, Montreal, we're gonna get to them, but like there's other kind of like reset teams from the last few years that just they got there quicker, and now I don't think Detroit's ready to knock them out yet.
And to be fair, if I was being less disrespectful, like a sensible point total would probably be around like 82 or 83, but we're leaning 75
Yeah,
because
stay with it.
I think this team's defense just frickin' blows. And I don't care how much you're going to score because you're not going to score enough to outweigh that terrible defense.
Yeah.
Moritz Seider or not.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, the Florida Panthers. Obviously back-to-back Cup champions. They lose Sasha Barkov for the entire regular season. So that's tough scenes for them. For me, it doesn't move me that much though. This team is like, I mean, it moves me if he's not ready to play in the playoffs, but this team, we talked about it a lot in last episode. They just know how to win. They know how to coast through games. They already have baby Barkov and Lundell. They call him that for a reason. It's still one of the sickest teams in hockey. They're going to half-ass it through the entire season and rack up like 100 points or something. Yeah.
Yep, this team's mean. They're beating people up in preseason. They're going to keep beating people up all the way through the rest of the year. That's just what they do.
Yep.
And they're not going to really have to try too hard for it. I got them at 110 points in first. It's a no-brainer. And actually crazy, they have like most of this roster locked up until like 2030.
Yeah, I know.
The hell?
And most of the core is under 30.
The hell?
Yeah, they're a problem forever.
That's insane. I am so sick.
Welcome to the new NHL. I actually moved them back some points after the Barkov injury, but it's still good for 103 points in second in the division.
I actually didn't adjust for the Barkov injury, but I didn't care to. I still
You don't
think
even
that like
need
it,
to.
yeah, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
That's still gonna
Yeah.
be sick. And I mean, Bobrovsky's getting old, but like he's Bob.
Yeah.
I've learned not to doubt him anymore. I've been
Mhm.
bitten by it so frickin' much. Who cares?
PJ.
They're gonna coast. I mean, I don't have anything to say that you guys didn't say.
Yeah.
I got them coasting to 97 points, third in the division. Like I think there's a big step back from not having Barkov into Chuck for a couple months.
Yeah.
But I also gotta imagine there's some like just fatigue. So like just like some natural not going as hard in game 36.
Yeah.
So again, 97 points, good for third.
Just fine. Okay, let's move on next to one of these younger teams, a surprising one last year, the Montreal Canadiens. They're getting a full season of Demidov this year. That's exciting. They've still got a lot of young talent going on here, of course. They're looking, there's expectations upon them now. They made the playoffs last year. They were a lot of fun. They were on a heater down the stretch. What do you make of this team? Oh, and of course they had Noah Dobson.
I really like this team.
Yeah.
I'm not going to front. I really, really like this team. I have them at 91 points in 5th. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I think that they're going to make a really good name for themselves. Like, I think that this is the year that we start taking the Habs really seriously. I think they've been building towards it for a while, and they just keep getting better.
Yeah.
So I got them at, for the record, 42 and 33. Like, I think it's going to be like a noticeable difference.
Right. Just in a tough division.
And I do really like Zach Bolduc being added to that team and being on the
Yeah.
third line. That's some really solid supplemental scoring. Like, that's a dude who can pot 30, and he's what, like 23?
Yep.
Like, he can get there.
Yeah.
He's for sure going to be a 30 goal scorer at some point. And
I agree. And look, I have them not making the playoffs as well. I think they were on like I said, a heater last year. And I think there's gonna be some adjustments to the NHL for Demidov probably. Could be wrong, but that's something I would tend to bank on a rookie player like that. You know, I'd also bank on a little bit of that, sophomore slump from Lane Hudson. It's very common. It happens to so many players. Lane Hudson's sick. He's gonna be sick. Don't worry about it. But I could see that happening this year, especially with a small young defenseman. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this season they're not going to be treated like a rebuild team by other teams. They're going to be game planned for it. They're going to have expectations upon them. It only gets harder, and after you take that first step, you do see a lot of teams kind of fall back a little bit, and I think that's going to happen for the Habs this year. I think they're going to be fine. If you're a Habs fan, don't worry about it. But yeah, I got them at 87 points. I got them at 6th, but they're going to be competitive all year. Jay?
I also have them missing the playoffs. It's kind of weird. After hearing you guys talk, like, I feel like a mix of I like them more than you guys do, and I also dislike them.
Okay.
Like, because I got them missing for different reasons.
Okay.
I think this team still has, like, big holes. Pause. Kirby Dach. Kirby Dach as the 2C. Whoever the 2C is, actually. I think it's a flaw for, like, a playoff team. I think, and it's just guys that are playing over their head last year.
Yeah.
Like Laine
Yeah, it's Patrick Laine.
was like really good for half the year, and then he wasn't. And I'm a believer that the bad half is more so what Laine is.
Right.
A guy like Jake Evans had like a crazy shooting percentage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh the Josh Andersons was also just like weirdly good.
Yeah. Shooting the lights out.
And it doesn't end there, because you still got Mike Matheson playing big minutes, probably.
Yeah.
I
You don't like Mike Matheson playing minutes?
Not big minutes. I like Mike Matheson's game.
Yeah.
But it was a problem last year, and I mean they like, it looks like it's still the same.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't really like Noah Dobson. Like, I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, I'm not a Noah Dobson guy.
Who would you rather have, Noah Dobson or Luke Hughes?
Like, in the future, just like Hughes.
Yeah.
Like, Noah Dobson's been better,
Sure.
But he's also older, so yeah.
but like I would say that Luke Hughes will be better for sure.
Right.
And
I
then
would just
lastly, I mean, I'm just shitting on him, but
Yeah, you are. Yeah. That's cool, though. That's why we're here.
how long, like, can you expect Sam Monbo to be like elite again? Because he was really good and he played like 60 plus games last year.
Yeah, that's true.
I just see a lot of bounce.
Well, they just signed Dobish too.
Yeah, I'm not.
So and they
Like-
they didn't just like sign him to like a light extension either. I'm
Like, I
pretty
don't-
sure that was a $3 million contract per year. Like, that's a weighted AAV for a dude who's going to be sitting on your bench. He's definitely going to be playing at least 30.
I don't think he's bad at all, but
Not moved.
I think he's still a pretty young goalie. I don't know if he's like
Dobish?
who knows? Jakob Doviz?
Yeah, he's like 22. He's very young. They're
Yeah.
both very young, man. Montembeau's only like 2 or 3 years older.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of a weird setting, because I think you ask anyone else, like, in just like the hockey world, they probably have the Habs making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But like y'all, I got them missing 92 points, because there
Closeness.
is still a lot to like,
Yeah, 100%.
despite everything I just said.
No, that's fair. All right, let's move on to another team that I think is kind of paired beside the the Montreal Canadiens and teams that kind of glowed up last year, kind of young, kind of exciting, and that's the Ottawa Senators. Personally, I've been an Ottawa Senators believer for a few years now, and I still really like this group. Brady Tkachuk is a monster. You know, they got Stützle, they got Claude Giroux still. You get a full season of Dylan Cousins. I'm a big Michael Amadio guy, so that's great. And then on defense, Jake Sanderson became one of my favorite defensemen to watch last year. Lots of like there. There's some question marks for sure in the back end, but whatever. Linus Ullmark is a legit goalie. I really like this team.
I really like this team, but I don't think I like them nearly as much as you do, having them in first. That's crazy.
I do have him in first. I have him at 103 points, and look, that's just nature of kind of the fall off I gave Florida after the Barkov injury. I could very well be wrong on that, but I like him getting about 100 points this year. I think this team's got sauce.
I'm right there with you. I'm absolutely. I got him.
Man, PJ.
I also got him in first place. There's not a single player aside from Nick Jensen that I don't like on this team. I think, I bought into them last year in the playoffs. I had them over Toronto.
Yeah.
And I think I just jumped the gun. I'm still a believer. One thing that does scare me is they lost Anton Forsberg.
Yeah.
Who was a really good backup.
Yep.
But again, I got him at 101 points.
Man, PJ.
Still, that's a pretty low point total for a first place team.
It is, yeah.
Because it's still, they got to face those Atlantic teams, but I think this is the best regular season team.
That's the thing. I have a lower point totals for the top end teams in the East as a whole, but mostly because I just think these divisions are going to be competitive. Like there's going to be I have a fifth place team with 95 points, right? Like it's going to be competitive for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this team. I've been buying what they've been selling for a long time. Ever since ownership changed, I was like, this is it. Things are changing.
Yeah.
I was wrong for years.
Yeah.
Since the inception of this pod, I've been a firm and staunch Senators believer.
Yeah.
Against my Devil's DNA.
Yeah.
I don't buy what you're selling. I got them at third. I don't think they're bad.
Respectable.
They're going to make the playoffs with 96 points. I really like the team. I like the goaltending. I really like the defense. I think the top four is brilliant. I just don't think they're quite there yet. I don't know.
No.
Something about the team just feels like it's missing some pow. I like every piece in it, but I don't love everything about it.
Fair enough.
Maybe it's Perron. Maybe he's got an asterisk around him. A little fog of war that concerns me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Pinto. Not enough sample size. Maybe it's Curtis McDermott.
Sure.
I don't know.
I just want to show some Dylan Cousins praise.
Yeah.
Because I actually think that swapping Norris for Cousins is a game changer for Ottawa. I just want to put that out there. I think Dylan Cousins is going to be so much better. And we're going to look back at that trade in 5 years and be like, damn, Buffalo got fleeced again.
Yeah, we are.
I'm just putting that out there.
But I honestly, I'd like that to not be disrespect on Josh Norris because it's not his fault. It's Buffalo's fault. Everything's Buffalo's fault.
I actually kind of have always had beef with how much y'all hype up Jack Norris, actually.
You don't even...
I'm going to be real.
Josh.
For the last 2 years.
Yeah, you disrespected like crazy.
Did I say his name right?
You said Jack.
Really? My fault, Josh. But I'm just saying, I just want it to be clear how bad that trade's going to be.
Yes, you are... I wasn't aware about your hatred for Josh Norris. I wasn't. We do gas him up.
Last year,
fans
last
of
year
Josh
y'all
Norris
were
on the show.
y'all were Josh Norris is setting the tone for the Senators.
He was until he got broken again.
And then they got Cousins, and then they were better. And
Like, okay, here's my thing about Norris and Cousins, and I'll be the outlier on this because I don't mind. I think that Norris will be a much better raw scorer. However, I think that Cousins is the safer, more dependable, smart, long-term cup contending play. I don't think that you win a cup with Norris on your team. I think you win a cup with Cousins on your team. But I think that your team is significantly more dominant in the regular season as long as Norris is healthy.
Sure.
that's a steady take.
Yeah.
I just want it to be put out there that Jack Norris was a hockey player in the 1940s, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're not totally off then.
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap this up here. We got 2 teams left. First up, the Tampa Bay Lightning, a team that's been in the playoffs year over year over year. What more do you have to say about the Tampa Bay Lightning? They still got a lot of the guys, right? They've got Jake Gensel, they've got Braden Point, they got Nikita Kucherov, they got Victor Hedman and Andrei Vasilevsky and the whole shebang, right? What do you make of this team, Joe?
Zemgus Girgensson.
Yeah, the boy.
Like, Jay, could you flip to what our total is actually? Yeah. I got him making playoffs. I got him with 93 points. I like the team for what they offer. Do I think they're going to be as dominant as they ever were again? God, no. But
Yeah.
I think that they're just in that weird kind of Boston cycle that we saw for so many years before the fall off.
Mm-hmm.
They'll still stay competitive for another 5 to 6 years at least. Yeah, I don't know. The team's the team that is always the team.
Yeah.
I really have no deep takes on
No.
Tampa.
I think they're a really, really shallow team. Like, I don't love their depth. I don't, especially on the back end. You worry about what you're going to get out of Vasilevsky, just health wise. But look, it's a top end driven league right now, and at the top end of this lineup, I mean, it's electric. Point, Kucherov, Gensel. I mean, these guys are just so good. And I mean, when the other guys are on, like, this team's fastball is really, really hard to hit. So I think they're going to have consistency issues. I think they're probably going to have health issues, but I still got them at 97 points and 3rd in the Atlantic. Jay?
I also got him at 97 points for 2nd, though.
Mm.
I think you guys just hit it on the head pretty much. Like, I have concerns if anyone gets hurt, actually. Like, if Vasilevsky goes down,
Yeah.
that's a rough stretch. If Hedman goes down, or even if Hedman and McDonough, like, take a step back
Right.
just from age, that spells trouble.
Yeah.
If Gensel goes down,
Yeah.
has before.
Like, I still think that top 6 in Vasilevsky can pretty much yield them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I got him at 97 points. Again, good for 2nd, but just some red flags.
I agree.
100%.
And last up, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, I'm familiar with a lot of Toronto Maple Leafs fans. Y'all exist everywhere, all over this country. And I've been talking to y'all. And the amount of, like, hype that I'm hearing about losing Mitch Marner, and just, like, the belief, like, real belief that you're better off without him.
Crazy.
Like, it drives me nuts. Because besides that, what'd they do? I mean, look, they got John Tavares done. They got Dakota Joshua. Well, I'm a Dakota Joshua guy, obviously, as a Canucks fan, but come on. What's this team doing, really?
I think it's funny. We made Ben wait the entire episode for this. Shout out to Ben.
Shout out to Ben.
Probably our most devout listener. Appreciate you, buddy.
I don't mind what they did, though. Like, I like, Matthias Macchielli.
Yeah.
His stock's kind of gone down. like 2 years ago, there kind of was some
There was
good
some
hype.
Yep, there was some hype.
Like there's probably still something there. Nick Waugh, quality player.
Indeed.
Dakota Joshua, quality player.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So like they didn't do bad.
No.
But, and I was going on about this to you earlier.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're like bottom 6 was the problem. You know, like there's this
Yeah.
notion that Toronto, they have no grit, they have no fight, whatever. But they lost to Florida because they just couldn't score at all.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a team that's just gone slower.
Yep.
And I worry about Matthews deeply because I don't think it's a coincidence that his point total is dropped with Berube.
No.
And now he loses his best wingmate, best teammate ever.
One of the best playmakers in hockey, flat out.
Oh, and I forgot about this till now.
Yeah.
Their goaltending duo
Yeah.
was like plus 33 goals saved above expected.
Yeah, there were.
If that number dips to like a good steady like 18, which is
Yeah.
still good goaltending,
Yeah, good starting goaltender.
that's still steep. I wish I had this team missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's a good tandem.
Yeah.
They put those numbers up for a reason.
Mhm.
I don't love everything that Berube does, but I think he brings like steadiness.
Yeah, that's very fair.
And you still got Nyes. You still got Tavares, Nylander. I'm not in love with the D group, but again, it's steady.
Yep.
I think it's everything here is steady enough to make the playoffs, but I don't think this is going to be a year where anyone thinks the Leafs are going to win the cup.
Right.
Like there's going to be no fake hype.
That's very fair. So you got him 95?
95 wild card 2.
I got him dead smack in the same spot as you with 95, but I got him at wild card 1 actually, not wild card 2. But I honestly couldn't agree more with everything that you just said. I just think that the team is flat out worse without Mitch Marner than the 100 and whatever points they put up last year. But like that's still a good team. You know, it's just still a very good team.
Yeah, agreed. My biggest complaint about this team, and I find it really frustrating, is that they're bragging about how much money they save on the Marner walk, and then they save more money on the Tavares home team friendly.
Yeah.
Where'd you spend it?
Yeah. I mean, that was always going to be the problem, right? Is that there was nowhere to spend it.
Like, yeah, great, you got money. So?
Yeah.
Like the only difference is that you're not spending money, but like that's stupid. That's just stupid. And I mean, like, I don't know, I like the defense. I really do like what they have going on. I don't really like Brennan Carlo and never have, but like he does his job and he's clunky and lanky and blocks shots. He's everything that Toronto needs back there, honestly. But I think I'm just on the opposite end of the spectrum. I really do think that Matthews is going to have a bounce back. I think that he's a certified gamer. I think that he's not going to be nearly as bad as he was last year, and he got the piss taken out of him for it. I think he's going to come back a little bit hungrier, especially after that Four Nations debacle, getting absolutely ragdolled by Canada. I think that as much as this team has taken a step back and they might not be the first place contending team that, you know, is cup hype generating, they're still going to make the playoffs. And yeah, the back end doesn't look as sick and they may have lost some talent, but that's kind of why you have that coach in there now anyways.
Right.
Like, that's a guy who could carry you through with just a solid game plan. And like Jonesy said, with the tandem, with the defense, I mean, Riley had an off year last year. Matthews had an off year last year. I don't know. I think that there's lots of room to improve. So
Fair enough.
Like, as much as they're going to lose, they're going to get it back with what they gain from all of their other players.
Right. Where you got him?
I got them at second, 99 points.
Very
Like,
nice.
They're not clipping 100. That was my
Sure.
hard line. It's like, this team's not special enough to get past 100, but they'll be around
They're
it.
still a good team.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's our Eastern Conference. And in fact, that's our entire NHL. We got it all wrapped up.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. When this episode comes out, the NHL regular season will be starting tomorrow.
Exciting.
Exciting stuff. Very excited.
Who do we got playing on that day? It's like
Just terrible games.
Yeah, it's actually it's like way to hype up the you trying to get a job for ESPN? Jay?
I've been
Jones.
angry about this for weeks.
Yeah. I mean the opening game or whatever is Chicago, Florida.
nice.
Like, yeah,
That won't be a
great.
blowout. That's gonna be
Yeehaw.
that'll be good TV for 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you get all the shots of them raising the banner and Bedard watching them raise the banner, and it's like, oh, look at the future, and then the future just gets clapped 6-1 or something.
If someone
And why does this start 5:00 Eastern, 2:00 Pacific?
that's
on a
crazy.
Tuesday.
Because they don't care about the West, Jay.
That's
they never have.
crazy.
Like they did this shit last year too.
Look, I mean, Avs Kings that could be a decent game, but like, what are we doing with the Penguins, Rangers, and the Blackhawks, Panthers to kick off the season?
Yeah.
We should have some heaters on the Wednesday though. No, I mean,
We do though.
yeah.
I mean, we got Habs, Leafs,
Mm.
heater.
Yep.
We got the Battle of Alberta,
Heater.
Bang.
and then we got Kings. They got the Kings playing a doubleheader to start the year.
Back to back to start the year.
Good.
Interesting.
Good. Yeah. No, exciting stuff. I mean, as much as we can beef around NHL scheduling and matchups, I'm just excited to see some hockey with some stakes. I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to get into this whole season of stuff we got planned this year. It's gonna be great.
God, I'm so excited. It's gonna be really, really tight. These are probably gonna be the most boring episodes we do. So if you made it through front to back on these, then God bless your soul. Thank you.
Proud of you. All right, y'all. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, until next time,
Keep your head up.
keep your head up.
Boom.
Boom.
Stick
Boom.
talk. Stick 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 talk.